There is a lot of BMW fans that have been saying exactly this, or some version of this. Tesla's 4680 battery cell was a failure. It won't work. Its energy density is nowhere near what's promised. Elon Musk got it wrong. My question to you guys, I'm sure some of you are watching, is this. Now that BMW has decided to use 4680 cells, will they be good or will they still be a failure? Well, I'm curious to know your thoughts on that, because now BMW is saying that their new 4680 cells will give their cars 620 miles of range. This is a big number. I mean, that's more than 1,000 kilometers in one car. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Welcome to the new subscribers. Welcome back, everyone else. Wonderful to be alive on planet Earth right now. You know, I'm stoked. I'm stoked because I could have been born 100 years ago, right? But I was born now, not now, but in this period of time to be alive, it's just incredible to see because something amazing is happening. The world is getting better and better and better. More batteries are being produced, more EVs are being made, and more renewable energy is being deployed than ever before. In fact, more EVs were made over the last 7 days than any other 7-day period in history. That's a true fact. And just last week, BMW disclosed its next-gen battery tech, which will improve its range and charging speed, among other factors as well. And they're using 4680 sized cells, the same design that Tesla decided to use a number of years ago. Now, we've learned that the upcoming battery technology will offer an impressive 620 miles of driving range. BMW recently announced its Generation 6 cells, which are due to come to market in 2025. Now, will they be making them? No, of course not. BMW doesn't manufacture batteries. The cylindrical cells are expected to provide a wide variety of advantages over their current Gen 5 prismatic cells, which are flat. So their current batteries are flat, and they've gone, no, we don't want to use these anymore. And that's their plan. We're going to go to 4680 size cells. It's a very big change for the company because it requires, different car architecture, different structure, there's lots of changes they're going to have to make. According to a report by Autocar, BMW's head of efficient dynamics, Thomas Albrecht, said the Gen 6 battery tech adds at least 30% more range, and while BMW could add even more range, it's going to cap it. He said this: Gen 6 batteries will give us 30% or more range than our current Gen 5, but we won't go over 1,000 kilometers or 620 miles of range, even though we can. We don't think that such a long range is necessary. Now, I believe he's lying. No, he's not lying. He's not intentionally lying. There's no way known that he's going to not take the opportunity to do some really good marketing for BMW. If the opportunity arises, say in a couple of years' time, and BMW can say our vehicles have 1,000 kilometers of range or more than 1,000 kilometers of range, it will happen because BMW will have no choice. Why? It's going to be a constant arms race or batteries race, whatever you want to call it, a race towards having vehicles with more range than the competition. Then in the past, it was all about how much power can you have. That's what BMW, Audi, Mercedes, they're always fighting with each other, competing with each other constantly for who has the most powerful, sports saloon, whether it's the M5, the S5, or the Mercedes C63. They're always constantly fighting it out over power and torque figures. But now in the electric age, how do you do that? I mean, we've got 1,000 plus horsepower motors easily, 1,000 plus horsepower. You're looking at 12,000 Newton meters of torque. What are they going to do? No one's even going to care. People are going to be like, oh, so what? We don't care. The thing's so insanely fast, it made me throw up anyway. It makes no difference. So the new war will be range. And there's no doubt about it that BMW will have to compete on range because what else do they have? There's nothing else to compete on in terms of being premium. What does BMW compete on? They compete on so-called premium. Premium comes down to what? Performance advantages. What's the big advantage that they can have over the competition? Well, could potentially have from what they're saying about these new Gen 6 4680 cells, range. And that is where, my friends, they will definitely be focusing because they will have no choice. They will have to fight against everyone else. Everyone will compete for range. That's why I keep saying on this channel, 2030, there's going to be cars with more than 1,000 kilometers of range. They're going to be commonplace. Very, very common. Extremely common. I mean, they're already in existence now. Imagine in 8 years' time, as battery technology continues to increase and battery energy density continues to ramp at an incredible speed, we're going to see this kind of range very regularly. The article notes that BMW's Gen 6 battery packs could be about 10 to 20% lighter than the new Gen 5 packs currently used in the brand's EV. So even BMW themselves are saying Yeah, 4680 cells. They're the future. They're lighter. It's interesting to hear them say this. The new cell shape also allows for a battery pack that's thinner than the current style, and the pack itself will basically serve as part of the body structure of the EV it inhabits. There you go. It's BMW not just saying, you know what, we dissected a Tesla, we decided 4680 cells were a good idea, which I'm sure they would have done that. They've also said, you know what, structural battery packs completely make sense. Who else said that? NIO said that. Volvo have said that. There's like 6 different Asian car manufacturers in China that are now using structural battery packs. CATL is doing it. It's going to be commonplace now. Structural battery packs are the future of the industry. Interesting to see, though, that Tesla did correctly get that right, and then the others are now following them. The head of the battery cell department at BMW, Marie-Therese, said, with this next generation of battery, we will be much more flexible in how we integrate the cell. The whole vehicle is becoming more adaptive towards that. Autocar reiterated that with the Gen 6 battery pack, DC fast charging times will improve by as much as 30%. In addition, BMW's EVs with the new pack will support 270 kilowatt fast charging. Albrecht also told Autocar that while the US will likely require an EV battery to maintain 80% performance over 10 years, BMW's battery tech is already expected to perform much better than that. That's another really cool thing to look forward to. I mean, they're saying minimum 80% performance over 10 years. I really believe we're going to be looking at battery lives by the time we get to, say, 2026, 2027. We're seeing the technology emerge now, which suggests battery technology, new batteries will last for, a minimum of 2 million kilometers by the time we see this battery technology emerge on the market. I mean, look at that American battery company manufacturing these new generation lithium iron phosphate battery technology. Absolutely incredible technology. Those batteries clearly, 2 million kilometers range already with only 3% battery degradation. That is insane. As I also mentioned on this channel recently, BMW will open 6 new battery factories related to their Gen 6 cells. So they do plan on making them themselves eventually. And they also claim that new technology and manufacturing processes will result in a 50% drop in cost to manufacture the batteries. Remember, right now, BMW has signed contracts with 2 different battery companies to produce these batteries. That's where the batteries will be coming from first. Then BMW will eventually be able to start producing the batteries themselves in partnership with their battery manufacturers, not just by themselves. So it's really good to see this technology coming out. Personally, I'm not overly confident in BMW, the brand, in their future success. I do think they'll continue to exist. I just think they'll play a much smaller part in the market than they do today. I think that's pretty much inevitable. Why? They just took too long to invest into EVs. They did make one EV, wasn't a very good one, the i3. It was expensive, fairly underwhelming. And then BMW started saying, you know what, EVs are not the future. They said that many times. They started working on hydrogen. They invested billions of dollars into hydrogen. They're still investing money into hydrogen now. So right now, they're still investing money in hydrogen and in gasoline-powered cars. They just haven't gone all in on EVs, which is what they had to do in order to maintain their market share. As a result, they will lose some market share, but probably not go extinct altogether. Though I could be wrong on that. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Will BMW still be around in the way that they are today in 2030? What's your take? Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.